BreitlingSource.com, and we're going to be looking at the new Breitling Navitimer Montbrillant Legend watch today. Just got this watch. It's a really big Navitimer. It's actually the largest Navitimer in the line now at 47 millimeters. It has an integrated bracelet, so it has quite the presence on the wrist. It looks really good. If I can get this thing to focus here. As you can see, it's pretty big. Looks good. This is the bronze dial version. It's listed as bronze, but I'm not sure if it's what the difference between bronze, copper, and Havana is. I've seen a few models like the Datora and the Breitling for Bentley series that also have similar colors, but they're not quite the same shade of brown. This one is lacquered, and as you can see, there's sort of a, amongst all the reflections here, there's a bit of a sort of a glossiness that's on the subdials, like a dark brown. It looks really good. This model also uses the Breitling 23 movement, which is the same movement that's in the standard Navitimer, but it has one less subdial for the hours. So the chronograph on this model only measures up to 30 minutes. As you can see, the center mount seconds, and the minutes are there at 3 o'clock, with a large date display at 6 o'clock. Not a big date, but larger than usual, because the date is typically really small on the other ones. And then the sub-seconds at 9 o'clock there. It's hard to see, but the dial is really quite amazing on this model. The lacquered brown is really nice. The old school Breitling B is also painted on this one. It's not an applied B, and it's very classic looking, with the 100 sub I don't even know what that's called, the red circle there with the marker in the middle there. I want to say subdial, but it's not really a subdial. It's a nice feature that's on I think all of the Montbrillant series of watches, or just about all of them. Look at the back on this one. It's a little bit different than your standard Navi. It has the Breitling script with with the liter, metric, imperial conversion chart on the back. It says Montbrillant Legend on it, if you can take a look here. The Breitling 23, caliber 23 movement is based on the Valjoux 7753, which is really a modified Valjoux 7750. Let's see if we're set here. One of the sort of the cons of this movement, in my opinion, is the fact that it doesn't have a quick set date, which is kind of annoying if you let your watch run out. So if you want to set the date ahead, you have to move it past the midnight mark, and then move it back three and a half hours to about 8:30 or so, and then turn it back forward again and wait for the date to change. So if you're, let's say, in the middle of the month and it's at the end of the month, you've got to do this about 15 times to get it there. But you know, if you're wearing this daily, or if you got a winder, it's not really an issue. That's pretty much the only detriment. One thing I did notice about this Navitimer bracelet is that it's thicker than the previous Navitimer bracelets I've seen. It's also got a really hard taper because it's really wide at the top here. 47 millimeter integrated bracelet's pretty hefty. One of the neatest features of the new bracelets I really like is the raised Breitling B. You can't really see, but you can kind of see it here. It's not stamped in there anymore. There's a raised B, which I believe is actually welded onto it. Hope it doesn't fall off. But yeah, this is a nice Navitimer bracelet. Definitely a little bit different than the previous Navitimer bracelets I've owned. A little bit thicker. Maybe it's like the Navitimer World. I haven't actually handled the Navitimer World bracelet, so it might be around the same size. Definitely the largest Navitimer I've ever seen and worn. And it's a really nice watch. This one's going to be a keeper. Hope you enjoy the review.